In this video, I want to show you how you can use Excel and a formula in Excel, along with the staking machine software, to just follow place bets if you wanted to, if you've got a good result for a place betting for a system that has good place bet results, and you want to try different staking plans as though you were betting on the win. Okay, so this is the results from 2020 for a system called Finding Big Priced Winners, and it's on. You can see the link below in the description. It's on a blog post which goes through a few methods of how to find big price winners and gives you access to this system. So you can see that there's been 1,000 points, over 1,000 points profit to BSP, and an excellent 553 points profit just in the place market. Okay. Now one of the rules is that the forecast price must be over 10 to 1, and as you can see, the average winning BSP is 18.88. Okay, that's the average winning BSP. Today is the 13th of December, and you can also see that yesterday there were 4 bets and one of them won at 50 to 1. The 2 days before, there was a short price winner, but as I say, the forecast price must be 10 to 1 or higher. So this global warning was clearly a horse that was gambled on during the day. But you can see this is an excellent system. Set yourself up correctly with the ELS calculator that is provided on the system builder, so you can set yourself up with no worries about a longish losing streak. But if you have a system and you want to just bet on the place market, but test different staking plans using the staking machine software, which I'll go through shortly, then this is how you can do it using Excel. Okay, so run your results, and these are the results. Okay, so click export to Excel, and this will download into your download folder. Okay, so then you'll have all the results. So this is how this opens up. Now, what I suggest you do, these last 3 columns aren't required, but if you can just click column J and delete it. And then because the results show the latest result first, we want to spin this round. So we've got the first result first. Okay. Now, if you've got, there's a couple here. There were 2 runners in this race here at Lingfield. Okay. Now, just so you get everything exactly swapped around the opposite way, what I suggest you do is if you just type into these rows here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Then if you drag down from 1 to 7, you can then infill all of the numbers in order right down to the bottom. Okay. So this is now going to switch. So we've got 2,440 bets. So if you don't have to do this, but it's just a best way of switching things around exactly in order. So then just click sort, custom sort. Highlight all of the columns. Sort filter, custom sort, column J, and you want largest to smallest. Okay. So now beg your pardon. Let me go back. Okay. Okay, right, sorry. So highlight all of the columns, custom sort, data has got headers. So we leave the top row as it is. And we're now looking at column J, which is there, largest to smallest. Okay, so now we've got the first bet on the 3rd of January 2020. Okay, so now we've got them fully in order. So then if you go to P2, okay, now type in this formula because our rules follow the Betfair Place rules. There are occasions if you wanted just to see horses that came 2nd or 3rd, well, this won't always work. There are occasions where a horse finishes 3rd, such as this horse here, and it wasn't placed. If it won, it highlights as WP won and placed. If it was placed, it has a P. So this horse came 3rd, but there were obviously 7 runners or less declared. So it came 3rd, but it wasn't placed. So we need to highlight just those horses that were either P or a WP. So in P2, you want to type equals if, open brackets, and then we're looking at this column, this cell here, which is E2. So equals if, open brackets, E2 equals, and then speech marks, so speech marks twice. So if E2 is blank, basically, which this one is, and after these speech marks, you put a comma and a number 2. So this means we're going to call this a loser. It wasn't placed, so it's a losing bet, okay? So after the 2, you put another comma and a number 1. So that means, I'll explain that. You close the brackets after number 1, okay? So if E2 is blank, it's a loser. If it's not blank, it's either P or 1, but we're going to call a P a winner because we want to test the staking system on just place bets. So once you put these last brackets, click enter, and as you can see, that will show a 2. If I just drag this down to the next one, that's a 1, okay, because it's got a P. Just do a few more down to here. So you can see the ones that are WP or P are shows 1, and those that aren't shows 2. So we just want to copy and paste these all into the staking machine software, and you can get the link to purchase the staking machine software. It's nothing to do with Inform Racing, but it's an excellent way of testing different staking plans. So we want to now copy the horse names. So we're simply going to put in cell N2 equals C2, okay? And there's the horse. And then in O2, we want the price, the BSP place price, not the BSP, because we're looking at place bets. So in O2, you want to put equals F2, okay? And click enter. So if we just drag a few of these down, you'll see you've got the horse name and the place odds. I think it's always best to highlight the cell, right click, format cells, number, and just leave it as 2 decimal places, and that rounds it up a little bit. So once you've got this, highlight the top 3 rows and to this little green square in the corner, and then again drag all of these down right the way to the bottom. Okay. Let go, and that will then highlight, that will run down all of these N, O, and P to where we want them. As these are now highlighted, you can Control and C and copy all of this data, okay? It's best to have the TSM open, okay? Paste data into TSM at the top. You've copied it, so now you want to paste it in, and it does it. There's the first line that we had. Click comma, okay? Click next. Start import from data number 1, which is fine. We've got the yellow column is the selection information. Column 2 is the odds data. And column 3 is win or lose string. So we've got number 2 as a losing string, and number 1 means the horse won or placed, but we're calling it win. Click next. There's a couple of errors here. Two rows, perhaps I'm not quite sure. There's 2 that are going to be, that have no odds. You might want to find them on the actual Excel sheet and delete those 2. But it's possibly down to horses, it being a race of 3 runners where there was no place odds. But okay, I'm going to leave these just for now. But if you want to, you can amend these in this in the Excel sheet. Find them and amend them. Append data or replace, it doesn't matter because we've got a new version open. Click finish, and there you've got all of your horses, the odds, and the win-lose streak. Okay, and this is set to level stakes, and you can see the profit to level stakes. However, I don't know how I've got the what bank I've got set up with the staking machine currently, but you can see that the cumulative profit is £8,000. I'll start bank 500, Okay, start bank 500, and I'm guessing I'm using, I can't see it at the minute, let me have a look. Staking plan settings, edit staking plans, 3%, but you can change all of these. You can put a different bank size and percentage and everything. Okay. Plus, you can then, excuse me, you can then go through all of the plans and see. You can change all of the banks, the staking plan settings for each one, and just see how which which staking plan you would prefer. So you don't have to use the each way ones, because now we have got the a horse that came placed as a winning bet. Okay, so you can use all of these as now as winning staking plans by following the place bets only and using the formula, which I will show you again here, that you can copy. You need to copy the horse name from C2, the place odds from F2, and then here is the formula up here that you want to add into column P2, and then drag them all down, copy and paste them into the staking machine software, and you can play around with all the staking plans. You've got all the stats down the bottom here, and it's just an easy way. It's just one little formula and a little bit of manipulation on the Excel formula sheet to, if you find a system that you would prefer to use. This is 25% strike rate for the place bets. The average winning place bet was nearly 4-1, I suppose. So this would be a nice system you might want to use just for place bets, and you can then follow these place bets almost as win bets by choosing the staking plan that you prefer to use. Again, this system is the Finding Big Price Winners system, and you can find it on the Finding Big Price Winners blog post, which you can also find the link to down the bottom and download a copy yourself.